Hi, this is Workbook 25.1 in 5 minutes or less. So we are talking about with Workbook 25.1, it's the probability of independent events. So first of all, you need to remember what the probability is. So if there is an event, like you have what you want, the number that you want over the total. So like, for example, if we had, let's see what picture they have first here. Like if we talked about if you had a deck of cards, since we have these cards up here, if you had a deck of cards, what is the probability of drawing this very card right here, that 3 of diamonds? Well, there's 1 out of 52 cards. So there's a 1 out of 52 chance of drawing the 3 of diamonds. That is an independent event. But what if you kept that card out? If you got that 3 of diamonds, or even if you didn't, if you like took whatever card you got and left it out of the deck, now there are only 51 cards in the deck. So the probability changes, and that would be a dependent event. So independent means you put the card back if it was that situation. Another example of independent event is if you roll a dice, like a die. If you roll one of them, probability of getting a 1, for example, there are 6 sides, so it'd be 1 out of 6. And then the next one that you roll, it's not going to affect what you just got. Like there's always going to be a 1 out of 6. Flipping a coin, same thing. It's independent. If I flip a coin, whatever it lands on doesn't change what it's going to be on the next time. Those are independent events, and it says what to do if you have 2 independent events. So first of all, when they say put the card back versus not put the card back, with replacement means put that card back. Or if you have like a bag of like marbles or drawing a name from a hat, if you drew a name from a hat and then left it out, that's without replacement because you didn't replace it back in the hat, but putting it back would be with replacement. So without replacement, if you leave it out, that's dependent. Leave it in, that's independent. Okay, so that's the main idea. Calculating the probability that the probability that both events occur, you would just take both events and multiply them. And if you knew that both events were independent, so like we had this one rolling a 5 on the die would be a 1 out of 6. This next one said rolling an even number would be 3 out of 6, which reduces to 1/2. So since they're independent, you just multiply them and you would get 1/12 because you just multiply straight across. If we wanted to see, are these independent, we would multiply them and see if we got the same thing. Oh, pardon me. So if we knew what they were together and we knew what they were separately, we can check to see if it is indeed independent. So we go like this for the example. So here is which pair of events describe independent events. So we want things, remember, we want it with replacement or things that don't affect the other one. So choosing a blue marble from a jar of marbles, not replacing it. See, that means that is dependent. Entering a raffle 3 times and winning a prize. Well, so if you win a prize, they're not going to put your name back in the hat. So not independent. Drawing it for a 3 from the deck of cards, not replacing it. Okay, rolling a 6-sided die and having it land on a 4, then choosing a marble from the pack. Totally different. Rolling a 6-sided die on a 3, and then rolling a 6 die and have it land on a 2. So not replacing it, that's the thing, not replacing it. And if you won a prize, they're not going to put your name back in and you win a prize again, though that would be awesome. Okay, next question. So we have 2 events. We have these 2 events we want to know, and then we know that together it's 1/8. So if we multiplied 1/3, let me zoom in on this. 3/8 and 1/3. If you remember, when you're multiplying those, when you multiply those, the 3's will cross out and it would be 1/8, which is that. So the answer, yes, because when you multiply them, it is 1/8 is the answer. Okay, so then this is kind of the same, except you want to find, you know they're independent. You know what they are together, and you know what one of them is. And so then you could just simply calculate, and I hope this zooms in for you. You could calculate 0.08 divided by 0.4, and you get 0.2. So you're just dividing, because we know that when we multiply, we would get 0.8. And there we go. That was 25.1 in less than 5 minutes. And good job. Good luck.